Shoe St. Cloud this
Yeah.
weekend, last series before
So
a
excited.
long break. What are you hoping to see out of your team here?
Yeah. One, just so excited to play them. They're a well-coached team, very, very disciplined team in their structure and how they play the game. So I'm just excited to really go there. Obviously, they've been doing well. They've beaten the Ghosts, and we've always had such a good, healthy rivalry between our two schools. So I'm just excited to be able to go there, and we've been really working on our offensive production, and we know going to St. Cloud, especially playing on the big ice, our tracking is going to have to be really paramount and important for us. We got to keep our D inside the dots, and so our forwards have to make sure they're coming back hard and pushing pucks outside the dot line. So a lot of what we're doing today and what we did on Monday was focusing on the defensive aspects of our game.
What do you think was the key last year to getting the upper hand on them, especially late in the season?
Yeah.
Those were some pretty tight
Yeah.
games. I think the goaltending on both sides being so good had something to do with that, but also
Yep.
just defensively they seem like they're tight games.
Yeah. I think when it comes down to it at the very end, and just in terms of who's peaking, who's peaking at the right time. I think for us too, just every time we step on the ice, we're a team that continues to get better. And you've always seen our program, traditionally UMD, do better towards the end compared to the beginning. We just keep building and keep getting better. So that's our goal. That's always at the forefront of everything we do. And, this weekend's going to be another step for us.
Your team is pretty well suited to play on the big ice.
Our team is?
Your team. You're quick and counter well.
Well, thank you.
When you're going to the offensive zone in St. Cloud.
Yeah, I think obviously they get to practice every day and play on that big ice, So for us, it is a little bit of an adjustment, but in the end, the distance between the dots are the same, and that's the area of the ice that we have to protect, and that's the area of the ice offensively that we have to get inside. So, I'm just excited to play them. So.
You've coached in this building a number of times, and you just mentioned the Hoosiers bed, the same height in Hoosiers, and
Yep.
in hockey, it's the dots are the same. It's the
Same distance, yeah.
Big sheet. How hard is it to avoid getting suckered into playing and getting too spread out when you're on that big sheet? You do
Yeah.
play there normally.
Yeah, that's what's so important about our reloading, and again, why we've been so focused this week on our defensive part of our game. Sometimes you can get away with not reloading hard on smaller ice sheets, but when you're there, everything you do has to be a hard reload, get back above the puck line. Our D's stay inside those dots, our forwards tracking back outside. So it's been a big focus for us this week, and again, because we haven't really had that opportunity yet to be able to play on big ice, I'm excited to see how our girls do, because I think we're well prepared, as we go into this weekend. So it'll be exciting to, as a coach, once we get there, to sit back and watch our girls go.
Do you miss the days where there were a few more of these bigger surfaces around college hockey?
Not really, I would say. I think when you look at the game, even the NHL level, nobody's playing on that big ice surface anymore. So, yeah, I enjoy our regular size rink personally.
Caitlin Kramer, Rookie of the Week, 6-point week.
Yeah.
6-point game hat-trick. Anybody who's watched this team play, she jumps off the page every time she's on the ice. But what does a 6-point week can potentially do for her offensive confidence?
Oh, I think it adds to it for sure, her offensive confidence. I feel like every time she steps onto the ice, she's continuing to get better and better and gaining more confidence. You see her carrying the puck even more, with every single time she plays. Again, I give a lot of credit to her teammates, who are so supportive of her, want her to be at her very best, and are so encouraging. So it's been a huge team effort to see her get to the point where she's already at, and she's only going to keep getting better.
How valuable has it been to be able, no matter who you put her with,
Yeah.
playing in the middle, it's an experienced player in all likelihood.
Yeah, I mean, she really supports the puck well all over the ice. I've seen that part of her game continue to grow, and her explosiveness is incredible. So when she gets the puck, she's able to create numerical advantages, you know. And so it's important. We have her playing with some really quick players on our team as well, you know, who can capitalize on using their speed as a unit together. So I really like that line right now, and you know what they've been able to do for us. And if you look at our last game, it was awesome. We had goals coming from all three lines, which is essentially what you really want to be able to get to. So really happy with our team that way.
When you looked at video this past weekend,
Yeah.
what's one of your favorite things to do with the team? I love the way the girls talk about it. From Friday to Saturday,
Yep.
despite looking at the numbers, what did you feel like were improvements on either?
Yeah, one, puck possession, two, quality of scoring chances that we were able to create, but three, we started to get away from our, you know, Bulldog DNA hockey, the type of game of who we always are, which is defense first. We started to kind of cheat a little bit offensively and gave up some grade A chances. So we don't want to do that. We always want to continue to keep getting better and better and pulling everything together and making sure we're playing a solid 60 minutes from the beginning all the way to the end.
When you look at some film tape from St. Cloud, what are some gaps that you know you have to close in order to come home with that?
I think, like I alluded to, was just the defensive aspect in terms of our tracking is going to be really, really important, and that reloading part is going to be really important for us. So, you know, we focused on the defensive side of things in our D zone on Monday. Today is going to be a day where we continue to focus on the defensive zone as well as really honing in on our tracking today. So I think those two things are going to be critical in helping us to be able to get pucks back and possessing pucks.
Is there an area of their game that you anticipate will challenge you guys most?
I think they play very physical, and so it's going to be important for our girls before they, you know, that's stuff that we're going to talk about in video, that they got to expect it, you know, not to be surprised. And the thing that I love about our girls is we're tough and we're strong, you know, so whatever dish they dish out, we're going to dish out more.
How important is it for you guys to bring in these two, like, very big offensive productive series into the Huskies home now?
Yeah, it was so important for us. These last two series really helped us to hone in on our offensive production, and we tried some new concepts, and I think the girls really took to them, and obviously, you know, we were able to put the puck away a number of times. So I'm not sure, Kelly might know when the last time was that we scored 13 goals over the weekend, but that's a huge amount for us. So really, really happy with that step that we took offensively.
Is there any help with the energy knowing that you guys do get a little break after this to maybe, I don't know, 200? Of course, you always give it all, but does that help at all?
You know, right now I think it's important for us to stay focused and dialed in and not even think about, you know, the break that's coming up. I know a lot of our players too are continuing on internationally to play for their respective countries, so that's really exciting for them too. But all of our focus right now is on St. Cloud.
St. Cloud played pretty physical against Minnesota.
They did, yes, absolutely. Yep.
They probably knocked them off their game.
Yeah, I think so. Like, they play physical in the circle, and our kids know that. They're going to see some video of it, and we're going to prep for it and be ready. And like I said, whatever they dish, we're dishing more.
When it counted, what do you think was key in those series, which all the games seemed pretty tight defensive battles throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, St. Cloud's a good team. I think just bringing our focus to every area of the ice. Like Shu said, we're cleaning up our defensive zone this week, so focusing on those small details and bringing our best in terms of reloading.
Yeah, I agree. And just knowing too, like, the game that they play, it's physical, and then focusing on St. Cloud this whole week, knowing their systems, knowing their tendencies, and then focusing our game on that. But then at the end of the day, just focusing on us and knowing what we do well and continuing to do that well.
I'm wondering, as players, does it help? St. Cloud's like on the run. They're trying to rise up the league standings. They're trying to crack this top four. They were trying to get in the NCAA tournament last year when you guys had that key series. you guys have been in the top four. You know what it takes to be in there. You've been to the NCAA tournament. You've won those big key series late in the year. I'm wondering how much does that experience help when you get into a matchup of your team has been there, their team hasn't necessarily been there and is trying to get there. Like, does it help being that experience, that postseason experience you guys have had? Does that help a lot when you get to these series?
Yeah, I would say it definitely contributes to how we play. I think we play with a different sense of confidence, too, knowing that we've been in these positions and knowing that we are in this position again this year, being in the top four. It just gives us that sense of confidence walking into their building, too, on their sheet of ice. And, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I will just say, too, like, all the stuff that you talk about, like, kind of what they're trying to do, like, we don't even think about that. Like, that's cool that they're trying to get to the NCAA tournament, but that's not really something we think about. Obviously, that experience that we got last year was huge for us with the 10 fifth years graduating, and then all of us had to kind of step into a lot bigger roles last year. So I think that was honestly the biggest thing for us, and the biggest difference this year is how much each one of us had to step up last year. So now each player, I think, plays with a lot more confidence just from that.
So your coach talks about reloading and defensively in the offensive zone with the big ice, but also you guys, I thought, got a little careless offensively last weekend, where you did well, but you throw some no-look passes rink wide to nobody, you just happen to get to them first. On the big ice, you got to look where you're making plays, because the puck gets free for 20 seconds at a time. But you can make some great plays on the big ice, and do you think that that's offensively, that's something you got to focus on too?
We're confident right now with where we're at offensively. I love where we're at. I think so many different girls are getting looks offensively and finishing on their looks. So, yeah, we're excited to get at them offensively, and big sheet, small sheet, whatever, we're ready for it.
You might come back and lobby for them to expand the ice.
We like our ice, like Shu said.
Yeah.
We'll keep our sheet of ice.
Oh, we love Amsoil.
For you guys as players, how difficult, how important is it to avoid getting too spread out when you go on the big sheet? They play it all the time, you don't.
Yeah, obviously they're used to it. They practice on it too. So it's important for us with our energy levels as well, not getting too extended, not getting too spread out, so we don't get stuck in our zone, which we don't plan to do. But just playing to our strengths, knowing what they're going to try and do on the large sheet, and then just being aware of where we are on the ice so we can take advantage of it.
Our roster also has a lot of speed, so I think that's something that we're really excited for too.
Also, they play in the big ice all the time, but they don't score. So you guys are capable of scoring a bunch, and you may score more on the big ice.
It's the plan.
I'm a big ice fanatic, so I want to see you guys get 10 each game,
Yes, sir.
especially down there.
Hear that, Shu?
We've heard before, like, big ice sheet, forwards are big fans of it, defensemen not so much, that's the stereotype. And are you a fan of big ice sheet?
I personally do like the big ice sheet. I think it allows for us defense to be more creative in our breakouts too, which is really fun. It's something that is a strength of mine. I like to see the ice well. So being able to make different plays, more plays, whatever it is on that bigger sheet of ice, I actually like it. But defensively, it can get a little tough, just making sure, like she said, that we stay in the dots, know where we are, all the things we've been saying.
I honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think about it much. Like, it's good, bigger ice. Like, yeah, we're going to use our speed, but I really don't have an opinion. I think there's good points to both. Yeah.
Claire skates on Lake Superior when it freezes, so it's quite a big ice.
So it just doesn't seem like that big of a sheet.
It's all relative, I guess.
You skate on Lake Superior? Do you like skating on Lake Superior?
Yeah, some of us have done it. Yeah, I think it was my sophomore year.
Yep.
Yeah, we were out there. It was like just perfect ice. Like you could see the bottom. It was crazy.
Yeah,
so we
were
got
just
out there.
skating right. It was like you could see the lift bridge. It was insane.
Insane.
just
Kelly,
clear
do you
ice.
remember who skated, maybe you sure remember, who skated the break wall in Two Harbors? Is that Kapka?
Really?
It sounds like, I'm just thinking in my head like, oh, who's crazy enough to do it? It'd be Kapka. Because like the waves come over there and like
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
actually freeze, if you get it right, like it
Oh, wow.
freezes that break wall there. And I feel
Oh
like
my
one
gosh.
year some players posted like, yeah, they had a GoPro and they were skating the break wall. And
That's scary.
it sounds like something crazy can happen.
Yeah.